This is a recording of Earth's Blanket of Air, written and read by Cierra Braga and illustrated by Kailey Richard. This is Earth. Earth is a blue-green planet that has oceans, forests, deserts, and mountains, which plants and animals call home. But do you know what makes Earth even more special? You! You live on Earth. You get to call Earth home just like all the amazing plants and animals out there. What is cool about planet Earth is that it is always changing, but these changes happen over a long time, so you may not see them at first. But now, some of these changes on Earth are happening faster than ever before. You see, Earth is surrounded by a bunch of air, which is made of gases. This layer of air is Earth's blanket. Earth always has this blanket of air around, but when more gases are added to the air, the blanket gets thicker and heavier than before. This makes Earth even warmer than before, too. This is a thing that happens over a very long time, and it's called climate change. But how does this climate change happen? There is something called the greenhouse effect. In places where it is cold, there are buildings for gardens that trap the heat from the sun through windows, so the plants inside can grow. The energy from the sun warms up Earth in the same way. You see, Earth does not keep all the heat from the sun. Earth will reflect the heat back out into space, just as you can use a mirror to point light in different directions in a room. This is where Earth's blanket of air comes in. The blanket of air that surrounds Earth keeps some of the sun's heat from escaping into space. This heat comes back to Earth by bouncing off the blanket of air and is what keeps Earth warm. If you wanted, you could go outside at night and feel what's happening for yourself. If the night sky is clear and you can see the stars, it will feel colder than on a night when there are clouds covering the night sky. As Earth's blanket is filled with more gases, it makes the Earth even better at keeping warm from the heat of the sun. Think of it as wearing a sweater outside on a hot, sunny day. This can cause problems for the plants and animals on Earth. When things change on Earth too fast, the plants and animals cannot keep up with their old habits. They would have to learn something new by adapting to their new surroundings, but this can take a really long time to happen. Now, it may not seem like Earth is changing all that much to you and me, but Earth is big. This means that it takes us a much longer time to notice something is wrong. Think of it like when you catch a cold. You cannot see the germs that made you get sick, but you know when you do not feel good. When you take your temperature, it is higher than normal. These are called signs. When we see signs of being sick, we could go to the doctor and get medicine. Earth does not have a doctor though, and as Earth's temperature rises, things start to change. Great big glaciers start to melt away faster and faster. Tropical storms form out at sea more often. Animals migrate to new locations because their homes become too hot for them to live in. While these changes may be happening, we can all help Earth be healthy. We can plant trees, grow gardens full of fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Plants will take gases out of the air and use it to make themselves food. We can turn off things like lights or televisions when we are not using them to save energy. We can pick up trash from parks, beaches, and our own schoolyards. We can recycle. All of this makes Earth's blanket smaller, which means that Earth can keep cool and not have a rise in temperature like we do when we are sick. Thanks to you and all your help, Earth will be a happy, healthy planet wrapped up in their blanket of air, staring up at the stars. This has been a recording of Earth's Blanket of Air. Thank you for listening to our recording. This book has been produced by a grant from Phi Kappa Phi awarded to Dr. Kelly Hunsucker at the Florida Institute of Technology. We'd like to say thank you to Phi Kappa Phi and the Florida Institute of Technology for their support of the production of this children's book to promote scientific and oceanographic literacy among young readers. Now that you've read the book, we have a few questions we'd like you to think about. What can you and your family do to help planet Earth be healthy? What do you think would help the earth most to stay healthy? If you see someone doing something that is not healthy for the earth, like littering, would you be able to tell them why it is not a good idea? And now, after reading this book, would you be able to describe climate change to someone you know? How would you do it? Remember, there is no one right answer. We want you to be able to talk about and think about these questions and answer them to the best you can. We want to know your thoughts.